Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. The name is C Chronicles. Thank you so much for joining me today. My content consists of mostly fragrance reviews, fashion and lifestyle videos. So I do hope that if you're a first timer here, you will find that interesting enough for you to stay. I also throw in some vlogs from time to time. So I do hope that you will find that interesting. I also want to acknowledge my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for coming back. You are appreciated. I am here with more fragrances, okay, from Lattafa. What I've decided to do, because if you notice in my last video, I'm working in collaboration with SA Cash&Carry. They happen to be Lattafa distributors. Okay, so they gave me a lot of fragrances. Now, you know, to just make sure that I bring as much as possible, because I noticed a lot of the comments, people wanted to know a lot about individual fragrances. Okay, I'm going to be doing them in pairs. Like today, I'm bringing you this Tharwah Gold and the Tharwah Silver, okay, and I'm reviewing them in pairs. I'll do them side by side. I'm not going to alternate, because I think that will be a bit confusing. I'm going to be doing the reviews side by side, just to make sure that we get through this. And also I will be bringing you, after this I'll probably throw a video of a different fragrance house, so that it doesn't just go on and on. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing you these, and then obviously you can ask in the comment section if there's something else that you want me to review, but I do have plenty that I have been given. So if you are in Zim, I would encourage you to go patronize SA Cash&Carry. They are Lattafa distributors, and this is in collaboration with them. So these are the two fragrances that we're going to be talking about today. One is a female version and one is a male version. Okay, I actually noticed that I've switched the bottles, so let me just make sure that I do things right. Okay, so the male version looks like this. Okay, this is Tharwah Silver, and that's for men. It is a big bottle. It has like a matte feel to it, and that deco. And the female one is also the same. It sits in the bottle, in a box rather, that is similar to the other one, and it looks like this. And this one has a frosted glass. Now let me start with the female version and get that one out of the way. Okay, I've been sniffing these, so they are actually on paper already, but I'm going to spray them again just to make sure that we are together here. This is how the atomizer is. Okay, so good general sprays, nothing wasted there. It's not misty, it's just straight to the point. Now Tharwah Gold is obviously for women, okay, but the other thing that I need to mention here is some of these fragrances are turning out not to be as obvious. So the fact that there is a pair doesn't necessarily mean that one is, because it's darker or it's silver, it's going to be for men. So it's important to maybe get reviews like this to guide you. Now the top of Tharwah Gold has got the lavender, the bergamot, orange blossom, jasmine, vanilla at the base, and vetiver, as well as some amber. So this is a very sweet fragrance. Just off the cuff, I get a lot of sweetness here. It actually is almost pungent in its sweetness, and it is a floral, although it does have that orange blossom. Okay, it is more on the floral side, and the orange blossom here is a bit heady. Okay, very sweet. So it's going to appeal to somebody who likes sticky sweet kind of fragrances, but it does get to mellow down in about an hour and a half, 2 hours mark. It does mellow down from being so sweet and stuffy to something that is a bit balanced. I mean, if you're that kind of person that cannot do sweetness that much, it does eventually mellow down. It is to me a strong it does have a strong earthy vetiver to it as well, and this screams ultra feminine to me. It does have similarities to, but is not a dupe of L'Interdit Rouge, okay, the intense one. I do get some similarities here to a point where if you like that one, I think you're going to like this one, but I am not saying this is a dupe, so don't quote me there. I'm just trying to guide you in terms of what it smells like for those people who want to know. Now the second one, which I did say I was going to bring here, is Tharwah Silver, and this one is supposed to be the masculine one. Okay, I'm going to spray 2 sprays here, right, and then let you know my thoughts. These are not first impressions, because I did give these fragrances test runs. Okay, yeah, this one is minty. That's what you get in the top. I get a minty top tied down with the bergamot. The bergamot here feels like it's used as it's like an astringent. Okay, it has like an acidic nature to it. So there is a bit of some sharpness going on there. And then in the heart, it's got the clary sage and some lavender. And then in the base, it's got cedarwood musk and some vetiver. So the two are not similar. In case people are wondering, what I noticed here is they both have I think they both have vetiver, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, both have vetiver and both have bergamot. But that's where the similarities start and end. Okay, so it's not like one is going to be an amped up version of the other. These two are doing two different things. Now, I have them side by side here. This is the female version, and then this is the male version. Okay, so with that opening, that note composition, the opening is very refreshing and cool. Okay, and I think that is because of the mint that's mixing with the bergamot, and like I said, the bergamot here is a bit acidic. So you almost get to, it gives you an illusion. It tickles the senses in a way that you feel as though you're tasting, like you're tasting some lemony drink. Okay, that is how the top feels like. Okay, and then it gives, it also has that cooling, refreshing nature to it. So you're going to have wafts of something that feels cool, not so much in a minty way, but it just has this cool effect to it. And then it turns into a green floral. This is almost like almost immediately, almost 10 minutes later, it turns into a green floral. And what I mean about this, I think, is because of the clary sage mixing with the lavender, because I think both of those move it from that citrusy, refreshing top to something that feels like a green, rich floral. So that is what to expect here. There are woods listed here. It does say it has some woods, but to me they are invisible. Okay, the dry down of this scent actually mellows down. Okay, it mellows down a lot to a point where, this is where I said this is not clear cut. The dry down of this is actually so unisex to me, although the top is very masculine. Okay, so this dry down is going to be for those people that like unisex fragrances. I think women can carry this in as much as it's marketed for men, but the top is actually ultra masculine. So I need to point that down. If you walked in a perfume shop and you sprayed this and you bought it immediately, it's one of those fragrances that unfolds slowly, and one might say, I thought it was masculine, and now it's but it doesn't really get into a pretty floral. I mean, to the nose, it just turns out to be a fragrance that a woman or a man can carry. Okay, it does also have like a dry green feel to it in the end, with a touch of something that feels like lemongrass and a bit of some soapiness there. Yeah, that's what I get from Tawan Silver. Unfortunately, I cannot liken this one to anything, but I did say Tawan Gold does kind of remind me of Lenta Dit. It's not a dupe, but it does remind me of that if you take away the tuberose, because this one doesn't have tuberose. It kind of is in the same fragrance family. C Chronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. I hope you found this video useful. I was talking about Tawan Gold and Tawan Silver. So I hope if you were curious about these two, I've gotten them out of the way. All right, so do stay safe, guys. Stay blessed. And remember, guys, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.